Hey everybody, it's your girl Millie Chan. How's everybody doing? How's everyone doing? Y'all, I am in a different location. I am in Grenada, Mississippi. Shout out to Grenada Chargers. Shout out to my home team. Um, I was so elated, and I really wasn't planning on doing this until I actually, well, after I posted the little sneak peek yesterday. Um, Someone asked, "Are you going to go live to talk about this?" Absolutely. I'm going to go live to talk about this. It was probably the best thing I've seen on television in a very long time. It was just like I feel like not having any leaks on television is a disservice to the FCC and everybody involved. Like, so hello to everybody in the chat. How are you all doing today? Thank you for being here. Um, yes, she dope side. Let's get into some things because I'm gonna tell y'all for real, I was very excited about TV. Hey, honey, I was just very excited. Like just that interview, just that little hour, it was better. Just that little hour. I have gone back as I've gotten ready for today and listened to it. Y'all, I have notes. This has just, let me say this before I get to talking about what it's, I feel like this. I feel like we need to keep Bell Collective. Hey, everybody. I feel like we need to keep Bell Collective, right? Because I feel like Bell Collective is progressively getting better. I feel like it's on the right track, right? Hey, Sin. We can let Detroit, Love and Marriage Detroit, we can just let that go. Just let it go. Just cut it off right here where it is, wherever they are. I've only watched 2 episodes and I saw the preview for the 3rd episode. That was enough for me, right? So I feel like just cut Love and Marriage Detroit off where they are, right? Just let that go. Everybody messes up every once in a while. I feel like Love and Marriage Huntsville, let's see where the rest of this season goes, and we may have to shelve that. And I feel like Carlos knows talent. He knows how to make stars. You made a Hove, make another Hove. Find something for Nene Leakes to do to be back on our TV. Because that little hour and some change today was enough for me that I could wait on that every day. Yeah, just let Detroit go altogether. Let it go. I feel like he should just make something for Nene. Just make something for her. Put her on television. I feel like Nene is definitely, and I think we all understand now that Nene will not be coming back. Everybody got that part? That Nene will not be coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta ever. Right? Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. So she won't be back. So I feel like Carlos is the king of reality. He has coined himself to be that. I feel like this is a chance for him to really become the super king of reality TV. Make something for Nene. It doesn't have to be on the OWN network. It can be on a different network. I see he's working with WeTV. Make something for Nene and put her back on our television. Because these are the 3 shows that I could watch. Bell Collective, anything with Nene on it, and that show that Tammy Roman has. And I will be good. Throw in a couple of cooking shows for me, and I will be great. But let's get into let's get into the interview. Okay. I thought the opening was really good. I liked the banter that they had back and forth. And let me say this. I can tell that between Nene and Carlos, there's a mutual respect. They both started off at the very bottom. You heard Nene say how much she got paid. You saw where they started. right? And it seems like they progressively got better, so they have a progressive respect for each other. And it almost seems like they have a few little secrets about each other that keeps them honest between each other. Whatever it is, I thought it was great, right? And the way they went back and forth, there is a complete respect for it. So I know he could make her something fantastic. Um, I'm glad she wanted to be a face to face and not like on a Zoom, because she didn't need that. We needed to see her whole outfit. We needed to see legs, boobs, hair. We needed to see all of Nene. And I feel like we got just like it was the best thing we've seen on TV this month, or maybe can I dare say this year? What do y'all agree? Because that was better than anything I've seen in a very long time. Let me see. Nene speaks on Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's not shocking to me that she does not watch the show. That does not shock me. When she says she sees clips and she doesn't even turn it on, I get that. Because Nene, it is hard for us to turn it on. It is literally hard for us to watch the show. And let me tell y'all something. I feel that after watching Nene in just 1 hour, it is disrespectful to have Sanya, Drew, and definitely Courtney on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like it when she was like, girls just want to be on the show to get a check, and how they actually gave their lives like the blood, sweat, and tears. Because when she was, if you really think about season 1, she was married to Greg. That was a real relationship. Kim was really a side piece who was living the life, might I add. Kim calling Big Papa to get her to see if it's okay if she write a check for $50,000+ to buy a Cadillac Escalade. Like, who was doing that? Even though Lisa Wu made me drove me a little crazy. She was married to Ed. She had a real relationship. LaShawn had a real relationship. She was living a high life. Those girls had actual things that they were doing. They had foundations. They had jobs. Nene was really a housewife, and Kim was a kept woman. And I think when we started, Ebony, the official, is here. I'm going to add her in. Okay, give me 1 second. Hey, girl.
Hey, Millie Crew, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Oh, God, wait a minute. Why can't I hear anything? Can y'all can hear me good? Okay. So, oh my gosh, I don't know what's gonna. Let me see if I put my headphones on. But I feel like that's fantastic.
All right, can y'all hear me?
I can't. Rolanda says she hears you. And I don't have my microphone, so this probably is not a good idea. I don't know yet. But you could just chime in, and I'll just let you have your conversation on your part, what you think. I'll just ask and you just talk about what you think. So I feel like those women were really doing what they need to do. And I agree with Nene. It changed when Kenya came on there with the Rent a Man. You know what I'm saying? Because Walter was one way with Kenya, and he was another way when he got with Nene and Greg, because he was like, I don't know what she wants me to do here at all. I was glad that Nene requested this interview. I love the fact that she felt like she wasn't ready because, she's lost Greg. And I love the fact that she seemed like she was ready today and ready to get into it. Ebony, can you tell everybody what your thoughts of the first part of it was?
I thought she was so relaxed. It felt like two old friends coming together and having a good, just having a chit chat, like they was catching up. Can you hear me?
Like, I can't hear you, so I'm going to be just going back and forth with it. I cannot. I don't know I don't have my microphone or anything.
Okay, I don't know why.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what's going on.
It's on. But I also I had written down now that he asked Nene how she was doing, and she seems like she's doing great. She looks good. You know what I mean? She sounds good. And I don't know. I was just in awe how much we needed her on television. I was just in awe of that.
I agree. She looked so good too. She looked really good. I was like, oh!
Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to have to do it like this.
From the hair.
And then they talked about, did she know that the show was going to be an actual hit? She said she had no idea the show was going to be a hit because, I mean, you got to understand, like she said, they were paying for things themselves. They were looking like they were looking. And her energy, yes, was on point. Like literally, I don't know how much genuine was in the interview, but she gave us Nene Leakes in all of her splendor. Like she was clearly Nene Leakes. She was who we missed, right? That's what I got.
I agree. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Maybe I need to go back out and come back in.
Yeah. Okay. So, what does? Okay, so now let's get to. They talked about how Sheree. Were you all surprised about her relationship with Sheree? Were you surprised about that? I was really surprised about that. Like literally surprised. And then because she said they were really good at first, because they were actually friends and all that good stuff. That was just surprising to me. Their relationship was good at first. It was really good at first. Hold on. It was really good at first. So I just felt like the Sheree situation, you know, that fell off after so long because they did have so many problems within their relationship. So I just felt like, okay, you know. Hold on, I'm going to take her down, and we're going to do this right here. Okay, hold on, y'all. I think I could be able to hear her now. Okay, can you hear me, Ebony?
I can hear you. Yes.
Oh yes, I can hear. We have sound.
I'm so sorry. Oh, Lord.
That's okay. That's me. So. That's a lot. So what were you thinking about it? What did you think about it? Like, what was your high points?
My high point is when she said they had 5 million in viewership at their peak season, and the girls currently have 500,000.
But you know what? It's crazy, and you can just see, like, people were saying, you know, we need Nene Leakes back. We need her back. And I was like, people, she's not coming back. Like, there's no way Nene's going to come back. Like, that's never going to happen. You're never going to get that again. It's not going to happen. But I think for me, when he was asked about Sheree and everything, because he said, you don't think it's you, Sheree, and Kim? And she said, you know, Sheree played her part. And I agree with her 100%. Sheree did play her part, but she's not interesting. She's
not. To me, she's kind of similar to Tisha to cross-reference.
Yes.
You can banter her around with the ensemble cast.
Yes.
But as far as to pull people in,
no. She cannot do that. Because Sheree you can't depend on her.
At all.
You can't depend on her for anything. You can't depend on her for fashions. You can't depend on her for relationships. You can't depend on her for friendships. You just can't depend on her.
I agree. I 1000% agree.
BK said they got 499 viewers because she's not watching.
Oh. Well, you cleared with that one.
Oh my God.
That's a cackle for sure.
My goodness. But it was just so good.
It was good to see her back on TV. I didn't realize how much I missed her on TV.
Yes.
It was such an engaging interview. And I'm going to give it to Carlos. I feel like, and not to say that his other interviews aren't genuine, but I don't know, because maybe they were in the same room. You can tell he genuinely adores her, like genuinely.
Let me say this. This is what I said at the beginning before you got on here. You can tell there is a respect, right? Because they both started at the bottom. They progressively grew together. And I also said that it feels like they have some little secrets that we'll never be in on. Inside that they know. You know what I'm saying? That they kind of know. And it's like, I got you. And I'm like, if you make a Hove, make another Hove. Take off Detroit all together. Let's finish Huntsville, put that on the shelf, keep Bell Collective, and make a show for Nene.
But this is my only thing, because it did cross my mind. It's gonna be the budget, darling. Would the network wherever he shot this at?
If they get Nene on television, the budget is coming.
Well, that's true.
If they get her, because everybody in this chat, plus everybody who watched that, all 6,000 or 20,000 or whatever, 500, 5 million gonna watch that show.
That's true. But whatever it is, that offer got to come out swinging, honey. Because at this point, Miss Nene Leakes knows her worth.
Baby, I'm talking about in work and in relationships.
Hello? You ain't going to be able to 5,000, 10,000.
Let me say, I need you to have a bag when you come here with me. It don't matter about my bag. It don't even matter what's in my bag. I just need to know you got a bag. No, ma'am. I don't even watch Detroit. I don't even watch it. I don't even know what's going on. I have something to review about that dude that cries all the time. So I saw that in a group, but I said I was going to review it today, but I didn't get to it. I'll get to it. But no, ma'am, I do not watch Detroit at all. She was talking about developing ego, and she was saying how people say that she's changed, and how, you know, your image has to change. She's had this surgery, she's done this, she's done that. And then once she gets the body done, she gets the nose done. Now people talking about, oh, you've changed.
I love how she broke that down.
Yeah.
I absolutely love how she broke that down. I'm on TV, you pick me apart, I level up to what you picked apart.
Yeah.
Now I've changed. Well, what do you expect? You picked me apart, so I leveled up. Now it's like, oh, she got a body done. Oh, she got a nose done.
Yeah.
You know, you picked me apart till I improved upon myself till there was nothing for you to basically say about me.
Right.
And I like how she basically explained that, and it made perfect sense. Perfect sense.
Let's go to the part now, and I feel like everybody agrees, and I just want to know what y'all think about it. She says that she feels like, and I think it's season 5 she's really talking about, but she says she feels like the season changed when Kenya came, and I mentioned it, like ran a dude and stuff like that. Like she said, they had real relationships. Kim was a real side piece and blossoming. Literally on the phone ordering a $50,000 Kelly Escalade popper.
Big
Like,
Papa.
we have never seen that on TV before. Like, we lay people to rest for being side pieces, but Kim was glorified. Like, she
Well, you
lived
know what?
every day in it.
Well, that's because,
Yeah, yeah. She lived every day as a side piece. She lived that life. We weren't, that's the first time we've seen that on television, just been on TV. Right? Sheree had stuff. So like, here comes Kenya with these storylines and let me get a boyfriend. And then you don't even get a man, Kenya, that is down for the cause. You get a man that's
right.
around here that
Oh my
Walter
God.
talked about you so bad behind your back. And that's why people talk about Kenya today. I really feel like that's why her defenses are always up. Because she got the dude that broke her windows out. She got Walter, who talked about her behind the back. She had that other dude that she had met last season on the beach. Then she had this other dude. He looked like he may not have liked girls. You know what I'm saying? Then she got married to Mark and he don't like her. You know, so it's like, you need to leave dudes alone on the show.
Well, listen.
And Big Papa still married to a man named
too much. But Porsha really wasn't no different either after Cordell divorced her. Porsha had a new man every season.
But do we know he was married or?
Well, they were single. They were available. But she did have a new man every season.
But I feel like I agree with her.
But they were down for the cause, that's for sure.
I agree with her because when you talk about reality TV, that's why we love it so much, because it was these people's real lives. Like, these people were really going through this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then like Kenya was like a joke. You know what I'm saying? She was like a joke because Walter was a renter dude. Like, he did not like her. Renting. She did not, like, I don't know if she cut the check. I don't know what she didn't do, but he did not even like her.
Oh.
Exactly. That sentiment right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Porsha really had these men. Porsha even had a baby by him. So she was really with these dudes. Porsha is out here living her best life, and Kenya is still struggling on the show with no storyline, no man. Ridiculous. But let's get back on the Nene. So she talked about, and she also she talked about like Phaedra lying about her due date. Like, they were just, that's crazy. That was so crazy. Right?
Let me tell you something.
Child, I don't know. This baby got to come out of me, child. I don't know, honey.
Like Nene said, even the girls from the hood that don't know who their baby daddy is know when that baby is due. Right. And you know what it made me think of? It made me think of the photo shoot that her and Apollo did, and she took a bite of that pickle.
Yeah. Crazy.
Phaedra just was up there just lying.
Lying.
Just lying.
So she said in season 4, they finally got to the bag, but was making what, $15,000 after season 1. That's including the $5,000 at the reunion. That's crazy.
Well, me and you have kind of had this conversation about, money in TV is not, what it seems to be. It's a lot of exposure, but the money isn't, back in those times, the money wasn't showing and proving. But she said it wasn't until that they all band together and got the same lawyer that they were able to come away with a big check. And what surprised me was them paying for everything. I was shocked to know that.
Yeah. But see, it was okay, but you have to understand this. Now, as much as Nene say they were the beginning and they were the pioneers and they did this and they opened the doors, they did that for Black people, for Black actresses, Black, reality TV shows, because Orange County was the very first installation of Housewives, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like they thought, okay, we'll try this with this majority Black. We're just gonna throw Kim in there just to,
Mix
just
it up
for a little mix, and we'll see how it goes. So I feel like that's why they didn't pay him like that.
Right, because they didn't think that it had the power that it did.
Yeah, they didn't think it would pop. And just like watching Vicky Gumson and Tamara on Real Housewives Orange County. I mean, yeah, it was good. I watched it, but Nene and them was much better. Even with Kim, like I said, Kim being a ride or die side piece, we haven't seen that. That was very interesting television.
Absolutely.
It was just interesting. So, they paid stuff out of their pocket. She wanted to go. So, Cynthia Bailey, how shocked were y'all about Cynthia? I was floored. And I say this. If we had got the Cynthia that Nene talked about, we probably really want her to be on the show.
I agree. I feel like when Nene and Cynthia were like this, we got some really great television from them. And I feel like when Nene speaks about Cynthia, you can definitely tell she's speaking from a place of hurt.
Yeah.
Because whatever, she alluded to some of it, what Cynthia was trying to get her bag, maybe get allegedly off the show. I'm not sure how deep it goes, but as opposed to how Nene spoke about all the other girls, when she spoke about her and Cynthia's situation, it was definitely from a place of hurt. And I was sad for that.
Yeah, I was glad to know that she could handle Peter, because Peter is a lot. I was glad to know that. But she was saying how the show wanted her to go and meet Cynthia versus, having these organic relationships, bringing Cynthia in. And I could see how she could say Cynthia, like the Cynthia that we know, yeah, she should have been off after the first episode. She definitely should have been off after that wedding, because she got on my nerves so bad about that wedding. It was crazy. Like, y'all need to go to just a piece at this point. Like, it was crazy.
There was no money to do nothing.
Nothing. I mean, getting married at a dinosaur museum, I mean, I'm sure it's a nice place. I don't even think that's something she wanted to do. It probably was just free, just to show my museum.
Hindsight is 20/20. But there's nothing more iconic than the mother and the sister hiding the marriage certificate, baby.
Nothing more
forever go down in reality TV history. I don't think that was done anywhere else.
And I believe Nene on this part when she said when she met Peter, she realized why they wanted Cynthia, because he was a lot. And Peter said it. He said he came on there to be a lot. When his interview with Carlos, he alluded to that. He came on there to be a lot. But they said that she could get him right on together. And Carlos, amened it. He was like, yeah, Cynthia got him right on together. That was a very bootleg wedding, Jackie. Very bootleg.
How about the relationship with Yanni?
Hold on. Hold on, she had to. Let's wait a minute before we get there. I just want to go through this so I won't miss anything. So she said she had 2 regrets. Which one of them is my absolute favorite? When she talking to Bryson, that was my absolute favorite.
Okay, yeah.
You done lost your damn mind. and don't talk to me until you find it. That's my favorite. And then she said with Greg, because you got right back married to him. But I understand why she did it. She was like, she had to show him that she was serious. And maybe when it came back, it just came back and he got it together.
The actions got to match that mouthpiece, baby.
Yeah.
You can't just, when it comes to, hopefully we'll get into this in our dating series, but you can't just be saying stuff to these men and have no follow through behind it.
Yeah, you're right. So, we all saw the little piece she said about Bryson. He has 3 children. He's married. He's 31. her family. She has family that has addiction, and I really understood what she said about she's not abandoning her child by any means, but there's nothing
Right.
that she can actually do. There's nothing she
There
can do until
isn't.
she
She's
do it
right.
for herself.
She's
Huh?
and she's absolutely right. And I'm glad that she's gotten that kind of acceptance when it comes to
Right.
addiction. You can't make them, you can't, in general or anything, you can't want something more for somebody else than they want for themselves.
Right.
So I'm glad she seems like she says she's numb to it, but I'm glad she's come to a place of acceptance, like,
Right.
hey, this is what it is. I'm not turning my back on him, but there's nothing that I can do to get him clean. He has to want to be clean. And
Right.
I so understood. I resonated with her with that one.
No, Jackie, he's not married to her. I know that's Simone. That's Simone. I actually did a interview with Simone. I may post that later, but I'm gonna wait till all this is over. But anyway, I do understand what she like when they were talking about the fact that Greg probably felt a certain way when Nene started to make a lot of money. She could do things on her own, and Greg was probably acting out because of that. And that probably did lead to the divorce. So, not saying that television is a cause, but if you have, like, you got these old school men who feel like they're the provider, they don't understand anything else. Yeah, we'll give you a little money, let you go out here buy a little purse, and yeah, with your friends. But if you really need something, you need to come to me. But when it comes to the point you don't have to do that, it's a problem. And I get that. I get how that's a problem.
That's a big shift in dynamics.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a big shift. I go from consulting you basically for financial decisions and whatever it is that I want to do. I'm consulting you to now. I don't need to come to talk to you about that. I got my own bag. I put my own wallet out. That is a big shift in a marriage. And also with their age range as far as him being able to easily accept that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah.
So let's get down to Yanni. Close your legs to marry men. Greg was a real one. Hey, girl, what's the tea? Close your legs to marry men. She said she did not. But she opened a little bit because he was actually going through a divorce.
That daggone Nene Leakes.
Woo!
She said, as of today, he's a divorced single man.
And anybody can go for him. He is single. And I was sad to hear that Nene feels like she'll never have another great love of her life. And being in love is something that I don't think that's something everyone easily experiences. Do you love someone enough to marry them? Of course, you care about them. You want them to be together. You want them to take care of themselves and be there. But to be in love with someone where like nothing matters at all kind of love, everybody doesn't get that. And I feel like I hate that Nene feels like she won't find it again. But I feel like if she does find it, will she allow it to take place? Yes, he was still married, Tammy. Yes. But he is now single.
For me, I understood what she meant, because that was somebody that she grew into her womanhood with, her 20s, her 30s, her 40s. Right. I mean, she loved him so much, she married him twice. That kind of love, that's going to be hard to ascertain because, he knew her from, when he was the breadwinner and he was, she was just the trophy wife, so to speak. So she knew that he loved her for her. Yes. Anybody else she deals with, and what she kind of alluded to with Yanni, is that she's questioning, are they with me because they enjoy the fame?
Right. Right.
So, she said Yanni love to take the pictures, honey.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, and see, here's the thing. Like you talk about, that's that love that you grow with. And Greg was with her before, during, into the end. Yep. Yanni is very new to this. Yanni is very new to people walking up. Nene, can I take a picture with you? Nene, can this, and this. Excuse me, sir, can you take our picture? Right. So now it's like we get into these award shows. I'm wearing tuxes. We're doing this. We're going to these dinners. We're on cruises, free of charge. So yeah, this is the new phase.
Yeah.
This is not Greg. So no, she won't get that in there. And I just hope she can sometimes not let it really take over and let her realize, no, this is not Greg.
What do you think about what Carlos said that he wants her to have her whole season?
I think that is on task for Carlos. But I don't think that's something that Nene should do. Like she said, she's a relationship girl. Like she said she would like to date. And I feel like after listening to her, I feel like if you set her up on a date, she'd go out on a date and she would probably call him back or answer the phone when he calls instead of just going out on another date. Because she cultivates things. She doesn't have a space for a phase like that. I think
do you think she would give John another chance? You don't think so?
No. No. Just like she said, it was great with John. Shopping sprees out here and there, but when they had nothing.
Okay. I think she might try it again.
She may try. It could be with Yanni. She's a relationship girl. She goes back to what she knows. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But she said the issue with Yanni is, he think he the star too, and they can't be two stars in the household.
You can't be two stars.
Because baby, sometimes Yanni posing for the pictures better than she did.
Yep. Yanni was out there. Yep.
I said, oh, go on, Yanni, you posing for that picture.
But she did say Yanni saved her.
Yeah, she don't know what she would do without him during that time. Yep.
Because when you lose, I have a lost spouse, but I saw my mother when she lost her husband, our dad. And people go through so much. And she had someone that she talked to, it was a while later. But I realized that the conversations, she missed having those conversations. She had her kids. I was leaving for college. My sister was in high school. My brother was 7 or 8. He was 7, going on to be 8. So she was doing that, but you miss a conversation.
Right.
So Yanni came along. I can get it. She may not grieve like people think she should grieve, or even I was like, whoa, she already talking to somebody. But then when you listen to this, you'd be like, you get it. Because she said he saved her. He came right in and gave her what she needed. Now, she doesn't know if she's finished grieving. Right. But, she was like, you heard her say it was a situation he was like, well, let's go. She get up and let's go. Let's put your clothes on. Let's leave. She put her clothes on. Right. Let's leave.
Right.
So,
and you need that. You need something. You need that. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I love that he was there for that. She said she doesn't think that he was using her for fame, but like you said, he did like to take the pictures. Nene said her next real relationship, he will be richer than her, and we will not know anything about it.
Okay, I respect it.
I don't know what she got in her bank account. I don't know what Nene doing, but she should be back on television so she can do what it is she needs to do. They confirmed that Porsha was on the chopping block.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not either, because Porsha was horrible. When Porsha said 265 days a year, she meant that. I was like, we can't have people out here thinking you got people on television thinking that. That's crazy.
Remember, she didn't want to go in the strip club because Cordell wouldn't approve.
Now she can't stop twerking. It's impossible to find. It's impossible to find a video with Porsha not twerking. It's impossible. So
she is living her best life. I'm happy for her. Everyone deserves to do so.
Me too. Season 6, up to 5 million viewers per episode. We were all there.
That's a lot. That's
a lot of people.
That's a lot of people that's sitting in front of their TVs to catch you at that date and time, baby.
I mean, it wasn't any DVRs, so you had no choice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because even now, I mean, and you have to say this, the ratings could be down on a lot of things because you have 72 hours to get your ratings in. But sometimes you may be out of town and you may not watch that show until the 5th day of their recording. So it means nothing anymore. But you're watching the show.
Right.
I feel you on that.
We had 5 million and they got 500,000. I said, "Ooh, catch that shade, honey."
That 10% was rough, wasn't it? So
Porsha did get that man like that. You ain't lying, April.
Yeah.
I concur. Allegedly.
She said that what was that you wanted to point out, Ebony?
About the viewership.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When she threw that shade about, you know, them having their 5 million for that season, you know, around those numbers, and currently right now it's season 15 and they only got 500,000.
That's horrible. And like I said, I don't know if you were here, but it's disrespectful for Drew, Courtney, and Sanya to be on the show. After watching Nene today, it's disrespectful. And speaking of what,
a little bit, I did not, regardless of how anybody feels about Kenya, right?
Yeah.
I did not like what Courtney had said about the lady falling. Talking about that's her karma. This correlates to what Nene was saying about they just interacted. There was no false pretense or storyline. They were friends, and whatever they was getting into at that time, they was getting into. And my thing is, what I feel like the downfall of the show, it has taken on such a mean spirit. Yeah. It's like mean-spirited.
It is mean-spirited.
Very mean-spirited. It's beyond mean girl. You know what I mean? It's beyond that.
And see, like, before, it could be something that somebody could be into it, but at the end of the day,
they come back around.
Or definitely by the next episode. Now, what I put up here that Tammy said, and people stream it on Peacock, I don't know if you listen to Bethany Frankel on TikTok. She was talking about how these girls need to get residuals. If they got residuals, that would be great.
Oh, they don't get residuals?
No.
Wow. So they only get paid for the film in the season and that's it?
Yeah. But because they have it on, you know, because when did it come back on? It never came back on. It's just now, you can see all the seasons on Peacock.
Oh, well, that's true too. Or when they about to roll out a new season, you used to be able to binge watch. Yeah. Right. You're absolutely right.
So, like, if they get ready to roll out a new season, you can watch that whole week the season before.
Yes,
that's it. It was just on TV.
Right. Yeah,
and she was saying how they should get paid residuals for it because I went back and watched the first couple of seasons of Housewives, and when I get home, I'm gonna watch season 6.
Wow, I did not know that.
But they talked about Pillow Talk. Somebody put it in here. Pillow Talk was absolutely their favorite episode. You had Nene cutting the food. You had Candy cutting the food. You had Apollo cutting the food. You had Peter talking too much. Like, it was a great episode.
It was so much going on. It felt like a ping pong match. You know, you just didn't know where to look. Baby, when Kenya came into that room late.
Oh, Jesus. And then Kenya got the nerve to want everybody to be somewhere on time. Hey, Wendy. want everybody to be somewhere on time and never on time for anything.
Lord.
So the destruction of her and Cynthia may have been Cynthia allowing other people to get into her head and say that she is a puppet for Nene. Nene is controlling her. So she feels like maybe Cynthia was acting on that. Cynthia trying to make alliances with other housewives in production to get Nene off the show.
You know, I mean, if Nene-Cynthia thinks it's true, then who am I to say? I just wish that they could just sit down and they could just resolve it and just really put it to bed. Because I just feel like there's so much love in between them that this is something that they could move on from. And even though Nene did say she would work with her again, but she wouldn't be able to trust her, which I definitely do understand. But I still feel like there's room for maybe not the same friendship that they once shared, but maybe just a new friendship where they can just move past that and give us, similar to, I know we won't get it on Bravo, don't get me wrong, but in the just to give context, similar to what Luann and Sonia do.
Yes, but she said that she could work with Cynthia. She just be careful how she works with her.
Right. But if they could do stuff, Sonia and Luann be swapping out men like no tomorrow. Like if they can move past it.
Cynthia having power. I don't have a choice but to believe Nene because Nene was saying that, right?
Right.
I feel like that's the Cynthia we needed. And she said that maybe because she never wanted to be seen like that or anything like that. She didn't want to be viewed like that.
Now, Cynthia does give me the person that is concerned about her image, but I want to know how far does 50 Cent really go, because even when we would see her, kind of turn up with the girls, I still like that Cynthia. It wasn't too, it wasn't over the top, and in my opinion.
Now she can read. I love to hear her read the girls down. She can do that like no other. But I mean, and then like Nene was right. Everybody that came onto the show came on for Nene. They were literally seemed like they was trying to secure a spot. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. Now, when she said that, she said season after season, it just begins to take a toll and exhaust you. So this is my question for you, Millie. Do you think, because I don't know what season it was, but when she left, she was put on pause and she came back.
Yeah.
Her attitude and her demeanor were very, very different. Do you think that's attributed of the years of people coming for her and stuff like that?
I think that was because that's when they went to Carnival in Canada, right? They went to Carnival. Mm-hmm. I think that was a very hard season to watch Nene, especially. And the reason I say Carnival, because that particular episode really was hard for me to watch because we didn't get Nene. We got Nene trying to figure out where she would be okay. Where can she go to where she wouldn't be the target? That's what I got.
Who can she trust?
Who can she trust? So I feel like
she had Tanya. But then she had Tanya for a little bit.
She did.
But then I think she came to a point she felt like she couldn't trust Tanya either.
And that was the season that she pulled the people out of her closet, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, it was just like a situation that she just didn't know. Like, she was snippy at Marlo a lot. Marlo was like, what is really wrong with you, friend? Like, why are you so mad at me? So, it was a lot. It was a lot. So, we have, real quick, she talked about her relationship with Ryan Murphy. She said she's never had a problem on any show she's been on. Glee was probably on their way out when she got on there, to be fair. She said that she just didn't want to be the housewife and come on any show and being a trouble person. But she said she only was problematic or had a perception of being problematic on the Housewives.
Right. But I do think at times she was problematic on the Housewives.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying she wasn't.
Is it really a perception or was she problematic? Now I'm like, come on.
Yeah,
you ripped the whole man's shirt out ripped the whole cameraman shirt because he was in your closet, baby. Come on now. Carlos sat here, said he's filming your wedding. You locked the camera people.
But I understood that. I understood that because, like she said, it was cameras in her face all day. She was going through stuff. She's getting ready to get married. You just need a minute. Let me just be regular for 1 minute, and I'll get right back with y'all. But it was funny, problematic. So the way they cut it off was, so why did you sue Bravo, NBC, and Andy Cohen? That's how it went off. I cannot wait.
He's so messy for that. That is such a loving marriage Huntsville move to make. Oh, he's so messy for that. Because I just knew I was about to get an answer. Then it said, tune in.
When I heard the music, I heard, and I love the way it ended. Because now we're going to get exactly what it is that we really want next Tuesday. And we're going to have another live next Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Huh?
He making sure we coming back for it, baby.
Make sure we're coming back. And I said that I could have 23 more of these episodes. I don't have a problem.
I loved, we also got some tea in the beginning before they really even started the interview, just their interaction, her walking in, them greeting one another.
It was
Did you hear? Carlos has been with this African for about 18 years.
Yeah, I know it's been 17 because it was 15 when he went. It was 16, 17 when we first heard about it. So yes, 18 years.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, he let that slip on the reunion of Bell Collective, the second reunion. Yeah.
So is he married?
No, he's not married.
Okay. Because she said his husband, and then he also
you heard them say, April. Let me put this up here because I agree with you 100%. You heard him say that Greg and him got back with their significant others at the same time.
Yes.
And
I also heard that he wants kids.
Let the Redeem say so. I want to see how she feels about Marlo having a peach and if she gave her advice. I don't know because Nene said she's not even watching the show. She said she's seen clips, but she just cannot turn it on her TV. And I get that. That's the house she built. I get it. So, I don't know.
Speak of fork and Marlo, she's done.
I love her and Scott Lee, though. I love that. Her and Scott Lee. I love that. You don't like that? You don't like that?
It's a chop. It's a chop for me. Listen, Marlo, in my opinion, has brought down the value of what Housewives in Atlanta used to be.
Who? Marlo and who?
No, just Marlo. I'm just thinking on Marlo right now. Of what Housewives used to be. It is just, she's just introduced this level of nastiness and below the belt. And I mean, it is just so consistent. You know, there was a time when housewives, they were going out to the club. They were having their events. Well, not club, but partying and having a good time and taking those trips. And it's just like everywhere they go, it's misery. It is misery everywhere they go.
It is. It is.
Everywhere they go. And sidebar, who sold Monietta that wig that she wore this episode? Who saw Monietta that curly bang bust down knot?
She just should have wetted it more and put some moisturizer in the water.
If she would have wetted some more, she would have looked like Rick James.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm done.
But okay. After watching this, Monietta, Sanya, Drew, Courtney, they're playing. Like those are 4 people who should just be working at Walmart, and we could have people at the register again. Because if you can't come on TV and give me what Nene gave us in an hour, you don't need to be on television.
I could do without Courtney. Period. Hard stop.
Drew.
Just
hard stop.
Why is she there taking up space to, again, inserting herself, being extremely mean and lowbrow. Like she's not giving me housewife. And that's what I want to see. I want to see housewife. Yes. I want to see you out blowing a bag. I want to see what we loved in Atlanta those days. What me in particular is that I could relate. I could relate to you. I could someone relate, and I also want to aspire to be able to do some of the things that they were doing. And I think that's what we're missing from them. I'm not aspiring to be mean and miserable.
But see, like Nene said, they come on the show and they come for her. So now Candy is like the OG, and Courtney literally ran up on Candy. It's the first time we saw her. Oh, April. Oh my God. Stop. April, you and I are one and the same, because I hate seeing Candy eat on television. Candy Barris, if you see this, you are a phenomenal person, and I know you help everybody. But if you would just stop eating chicken or anything on TV, it would just... Girl,
hey, what that Candy gonna do is eat.
Oh, and I'm gonna tell you, the only time we got a little break. The only time we got a little break is when she got food poisoning, and she was devastated. And whatever she ate, I saw her jaws moving. Like I'm not gonna talk about Candy no more. I love Candy. I think Candy's fantastic, but just no more eating on TV. But I'm like Courtney. Hard no more. Just we don't even see her. Drew, goodbye. Because Drew, like literally, like Nene said, like Nene is the blueprint. Nene is the blueprint.
Drew crying about the $1,000 lawsuit.
Just like Kenny said, we all get together and give $500, $50, and it's over. No, we've already paid it. But what are you talking about? You shouldn't even brought it up if you've already paid it.
Right.
And if it was 1,000, I would have said 10 million before I said 1,000.
I was like,
she lied about everything else, but you want to tell the truth about $1,000 lawsuit?
Well, I hope she tell us the truth about her and Ty, because I want to know.
Well, she told the ladies that she did not kiss a girl, but then when she was talking to Ralph, she said she did on her scene. And Ralph said, "What are you, a method actress?" I don't know where they found Courtney, girl. That's Sheree's, April. That's Sheree's friend. That's Sheree's friend.
Return to sender.
Now I'm gonna tell you that'll be good TV. Let the Redeem say, "I want to see Marlo close down Neiman and show us how she did it." Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we want to get back to. We want to get back to the affluence of it, the socialite aspect of it. Yeah.
I want to see Sheree go into sex and see if she's still banned. I want to see that. I want to see her. I want to see them say, Miss Whitfield, not at this time. I want to see that. I want to see that.
Why Sheree was mad and put everybody on the spot and made everybody go to She By Sheree website to go buy some She By Sheree, girl.
I told y'all, you gonna get that She By Sheree this season. You gonna get it, one way or the other.
Talking about they love Martell. They love the relationship between Sheree and Martell. I can't wait for the reunion.
That was so. I know Sheree is sick. Lord, Lacey Brown, I said the website still don't work.
Oh. Oh my God. One thing the crew gonna do, they're gonna verify.
They're gonna verify. I appreciate it.
The crew gonna verify, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, somebody asked about how y'all think the Bell Collector reunion will go. Due to the fact that I think we have one more episode of Bell Collector. One more? Not this week and maybe next week, and then it's the season finale because they have 20 episodes.
Okay.
I feel like they're going to be doing the reunion next month.
Okay, let's play a little game. This is a little impromptu, right?
Yeah.
Let's do the seating chart.
Marie, Letitia, Gucci. Oh, wait. Marie, Letitia, Gucci.
Okay.
Akeisha, Latrice, Tambra.
I think it'll be, I agree with the first couch, but I think next to Carlos, it will be Latrice, Tamra.
Tamra gonna be next. Tamra next to Latrice, you saying?
Yes. Latrice, Tambra, Akeisha. Between Akeisha and Tamra, I think they could sit next to each other.
Who?
I don't see, because I can't see Akeisha on the other couch.
Maria's already told me. Maria and I already talked about the seating chart.
Okay.
Marie and I literally talked about the seating chart because she asked me, "What do you think?" I said, "Well, I know you and Latrice won't be sitting nowhere together, so that's what you asking me? Because I know that won't happen." She said, "No, it won't happen." So they would have to be across. So it'd be Marie, right. Latrice. I feel like Akeisha and Gucci are neutral.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Letitia always needs to be next to Marie.
Right. I don't see, depending on the next episode that comes out and the shade that we saw from Letitia towards Treese and her marriage, I don't see how Letitia and Treese go into this thing being allies like they were previously.
They said Letitia, Marie, Gucci on one couch. Marie and Gucci and Akeisha and Letitia. Let the redeemed say so. Do y'all watch Love and Marriage Detroit? The answer is no. I don't. Now, she does. I don't. So if you have a Detroit question, definitely ask Ebony. She will be able to answer that for you. And the next question is JJ's first wife coming to the reunion?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. What do you think?
I can almost answer that. Okay. So it's out there that Selena should come to the reunion. Okay. Right? Okay. It's out there that she should come.
Okay.
Now, there may be some things put in place to where she can't come. That's all I know for right
now. Okay, I see where you're going. I got it.
That's all I know for right now.
I got it.
The question has been asked. I don't know if it has been. I don't know if Selena knows the question has been asked. I don't know if she's privy to anything. I don't know that. But I do know that there are some things in situated that it's a possibility that she can't come. So that's all I know for right now. When I find something else out, I will subtly bring it to you.
I get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. And I agree with you, Rolanda. I don't think she should be there. If they didn't have the decorator there, they definitely should not have her there. I agree.
Great point.
I agree 100%.
Great point.
Do you have a Detroit question? Does anybody have a Detroit question before we go? April said absolutely not. She has no signs and X's. Well, tell us what's going on Detroit, because I do have something. I have a review. What's the dude that cries all the time? What's his name? Anthony. Okay, yeah. I saw them talking about him. I screenshotted some things, so I may talk about that. But just give us a little synopsis, because there are people here who
so last episode of Detroit, basically Colby was confronting Christina for not allowing her to collab on an already established brand partnership that she had going on. Brandon divulged some pillow talk. This seems to be a running theme with this cast. They talking about pillow talk and revealing it in a group setting, that Christina has feelings that Colby, kind of copied, is swagger jacking. That's the term he used, swagger jacking.
Oh, okay.
And overly invested Anthony and his wife, Dr. Thompson, are kind of team Colby and Russell, and they basically trying to oust Brandon and Christina. They disinvited them from Colby's birthday party.
What?
Yes. Disinvited them from Colby's birthday party because of that. And also,
they had the birthday party, so
they had the birthday party.
So they did not come.
They did not come. Also Russell threatened to break every bone in Brandon's body because he referred to his wife as Colby Cat. Thank God he was saved. Because, and I'm like, to be perfectly frank, it's a lot of double standards on that show already from what I'm seeing. It's okay for Anthony to disrespect Christina or tell her she need to boss up, she need to stop doing this, and he can talk to her, but Brandon, he's not able to say that his wife feels like somebody else is copycatting her style. And it's not like he called her out her name or disrespected her. And then also from Colby, girl, why are you so entitled to think that this lady has to involve you in a collaboration that she's already established? She does not owe you that. She does not have to do it. If she wants to do it, yes, you take the kindness and you move forward. But not only that, this is what I don't like. Colby in turn calls Christina selfish because of whatever that happened. This woman is up to her neck in marital issues with her husband. Her husband didn't come home for 4 days after the last fight that they got into. And you up here, you worried about a brand deal while this lady is up to her nose in marital issues? But she's the selfish one? Where's your compassion at, sis?
So are they still allowing each other's husbands to speak disrespectfully to each other's wives?
This is the funny part. They checked Anthony and Russell checked Brandon, but Russell is mute when it came to Anthony disrespecting Christina, at my point. So they're picking sides of who can get away with what. Detroit is good. Who is the star of the show? male and female. Kobe Cat was wrong for ruining Brandon and Christina's anniversary, so Christina felt away and didn't hook her up with the Brandon. That's a great perspective. I didn't think about it like that. Who's the star of the show? I'm gonna say Man Movement, Anthony. He's giving bad bit. He's the HBIC. Anthony's the HBIC of Detroit.
I just know he cries all the time.
I mean, listen, men can cry and do their emotional thing. However, I just have a problem with I have a problem where I don't feel like he's being genuine. I think he's just doing it to just do it and try to show and put on a spectacle, so to speak, that, you know, we are emotional, we are vulnerable, you know, trying to show that aspect, because you crying and being vulnerable doesn't match the energy that you give women.
Yeah.
Like he's very disrespectful.
Yeah. Like and the reason I say that is because I just remember at the anniversary, and then I saw the episode. I remember at the anniversary he was talking who was he talking crazy to? Kobe? Or was it Katrina? Anthony. He was talking
at the wine drinking event.
Yeah.
He was talking. Okay, so he was talking crazy to Christina's friend.
Okay.
He was talking crazy to Christina's friend by little girl in her and telling she's calling her a bird. And he acknowledged, he said it was disrespectful, but she wanted to go toe to toe. It looked like she wanted to smoke, so I gave it to her.
Oh God. Okay. That's the very reason. Because cute girls for real said, I just want to watch a show that the husbands aren't house husbands. I would just like to watch a show where the husbands love their wives. That's it.
They don't, you know, listen, you know what it gives? And we can get into this on, you know, when we do other stuff too. But to me, what it gives is, you know, people want the wedding. You know, they want the wedding. They want to be able to say, my man, my man, my man, or I'm going home to my wife. What about the marriage? Do you want the marriage?
Do you want the marriage?
Because
do you like the person?
To me, do you like the person? Like, Anthony calls his wife Dr. Thompson.
And I get it can be cute, but it seems like that is what she requires.
And I don't like her. She's just like Dr. Thompson? No, she's very I want to use the right. She seems to conduct herself in a way like she tries to say, oh, I don't do drama. Oh, I don't do this and I don't do that. But yet you waist deep in it. And she can point out the other couple's flaws. Like she had a problem with Brandon voicing his concern about his wife's business and felt that he shouldn't have said anything. Meanwhile, your husband and everybody's business.
Okay, y'all. So that's why I don't watch the show. I'm sorry. I think, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I don't watch it. I'm gonna be very honest. I gave it 2 chances. Carlos said you should always give a show like 2 chances, right? Two episodes, 2 chances. So I said I'm gonna give it 2 chances. But it came on right after Maurice was so disrespectful to Kimmy, and as soon as it came on, Brandon, because he's the only one I really know, he was so disrespectful to his wife. But I was like, I can't do this.
I will say this.
I can't do it.
I think the other couples trying to oust or ice Brandon and Christina out is kind of bringing them closer in a crazy way.
But I don't think he genuinely likes his wife.
No, I don't feel that way either.
No, he does not. He may love her because she's the mother of his children, but like her as in I got to get back home to her.
Yeah, even the body language in the confessionals.
Yeah,
pay attention to the body language. in the confessional, guys.
They are so far apart. They don't even look at each other. They don't even turn towards each other.
And if you notice, her legs are crossed
away.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And like the text messages that she found in his phone were so heartbreaking. If I had found that from a friend, let alone my man, my husband, but if my friend has said some stuff about that, like that about me, I mean, I would be like, how can you come back from that?
Right.
And everybody keeps talking about the shirt. It's hilarious. I did see the shirt on a clip, and I was like, how do you go from hanging up on your wife to now you wearing a shirt with her face all on it? See, it's just too much. It's too much.
It's a pettiness for me. But what I can say about that right now is that it seems like it's kind of bringing them closer together. And what the previous young lady said, you do like the idea of the man movement. In theory, it is a wonderful idea, but they're not even executing that idea in their own circle. Because how are you talking about supporting men to be men and this, that, and the other, but you rather just kick your friend and his wife out the group. You're not making sure that they're good and giving them the support that they need. So it's a little bit of a double standard there. So that brings me back to what Anthony is I'm not feeling like it's really genuine. I feel like it's just for a spectacle.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, after he told us about what he had texted that woman he had become emotionally involved with, and I was like, anybody that you love, yeah, you get mad at your friends, you get mad at your man, you get mad at your woman, whatever. But if you love them, there's no way that those things will ever come out of your mouth about your wife or your husband. You can be like, he gets on my nerves. This man gets on my natural nerve. Everybody says that. But if I say some stuff like he makes me sick, like I don't know why I'm here. I'm only here for the kids.
And he ain't even. I ain't even go there. Okay.
So I'm just saying. Oh yeah, and what she said. Let the redeemed say so. Another reason, when I saw the previews before it ever came on, and I saw Marceau standing up there giving the speech in the men empowerment get together, absolutely not. Unplug the phone, unplug the TV, absolutely not. It's no way I would sit there and watch Marceau tell anybody anything about anything.
I can't wait to see Marceau's speech. She's gonna be up there all breasty and hippie. I can't wait to see.
I'm gonna watch it on your TikTok.
I ain't been posting no clips, child. Girl, they give me a headache.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna have to listen to somebody talk about it, because when I saw him up there, I was like, you know what? This is not the crossover that I'm looking for. This is not it. Okay, last thing I want to say, we have to talk about it because this is the last time I'm talking about it. I talked about it in my hot topics today, and I'm done with it. Carly Russell. The next time I'll be talking about Carly is when she gets a sentence, right? I think that was horrible. She said, "Not me." I think that was horrible, disrespectful. When I went to Savannah this past weekend, I realized I was in Hoover, Alabama on I-459. Before all this came out, there was no way on the planet that there was ever. I mean, we know now, but the fact that she came out and lied about that, I don't even know you caught it a lie. What is that?
Only thing because I've been pondering on this, and the only thing that I want to say in regards to that is when things like this happen, it just sets us back so far. When it comes to believing us, when we say things happen to us, when we giving us as Black women the benefit of the doubt. And I'm just highly disappointed, and I'm more disappointed than I'm going to stay in my lane and just stay disappointment. I'll let everybody else, have their other feelings about it. But my concern is just this will always be a marker. You remember when that other girl lied and said she saw the baby on the highway? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and then and then the people that's close to her, they really believe something happened to her. And I would never want any of my friends or family, if something, God forbid, then they question it in the back of their mind. You get what I'm saying? So stuff like this just it just sets us back, and it's so disappointing. And on the flip hand, I just hate that she even felt the need to even do this.
Me too. Well, I want to thank everybody for being here in this chat. Thank you all so much. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you, Ebony, for coming in. I know you were kind of busy today. This was good. I just want y'all to know that we'll be back next Tuesday, August the 1st, to talk about, if you're available, Ebony, August the 1st, I'll be back. Laura said the same. Next Tuesday to talk about part 2 of Carlos's interview with Nene Leakes. Because today, I'm not even watching any more television tonight because I've gotten all I need for today. I'm not. I think Tammy's show comes on tonight. I may take a look at that. But other than that, no. But I really appreciate y'all being here. This was nice. Thank y'all for joining us.
Bye.
And we'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good evening. Let me take this down. Y'all have a good evening. And we'll see y'all next week, honey.
Next week. Bye.